We're going to unpack a really fundamental and, let's be honest, kind of unfair truth about finance in America, and it's this. Having bad credit doesn't just limit your options, it actually makes your life more expensive. So let's start with a puzzle. Have you ever wondered how two people with the same job, taking home the exact same paycheck, can live completely different financial lives? One person is getting ahead, saving money, while the other is just constantly struggling to keep their head above water. How is that even possible? Well, the answer isn't about their income. It's all about a single, three-digit number that's quietly running the show behind the scenes.
So, to really get this, let's dig into that idea. Same income, but worlds apart when it comes to their financial reality.
Okay, let's meet our two examples, Alex and Ben. Now, on paper, these guys are identical. They have the same income, they're at the same starting line, but there's one crucial difference that changes everything. Alex has a good credit score, and Ben has a bad one.
And that one little difference means their financial worlds might as well be on different planets. Ben is about to learn the hard way that his paycheck, even though it's the exact same as Alex's, just doesn't go nearly as far.
So what's causing this massive gap? Well, it all boils down to what lenders see when they look at Alex versus when they look at Ben. And right here, this is where a huge misconception lives. Your credit score has absolutely nothing to do with how much money you have in the bank. It's not a wealth report. It's simply a risk assessment. It's a number that tells lenders, hey, based on this person's past behavior, here's how likely they are to pay us back. That's
Having bad credit can feel like a judgment, like the system is calling you irresponsible. But it's not personal. It's just a data-driven calculation. The system is just saying that your history makes you look like a higher financial risk. It's a trust score, plain and simple.
Okay, so the system doesn't trust Ben as much as Alex. What does that actually look like in the real world? Well, it means Ben is about to face the high cost of pretty much everything.
See, this lack of trust isn't just some abstract idea. It has a real price tag. A good way to think about it is like a bad credit tax. Now, it's not a real tax from the government, but it acts just like one. It's this hidden penalty that gets tacked on to almost everything you need to buy on credit.
Let's use a classic example to make this super clear. Alex and Ben both need a car, and they both need a $20,000 loan. Alex, with his good credit, he gets offered a nice low interest rate. But Ben, the lender sees him as a higher risk, so to protect themselves, they charge him a much, much higher interest rate.
Remember, it's the same car for the same sticker price. But what's the difference in actual dollars and cents? Over the life of that loan, Ben is going to pay thousands of dollars more than Alex. The number you're looking at, that's the bad credit tax in action, and that's just from one single purchase.
And it doesn't just stop with loans. Oh no, this penalty spreads into other parts of your life. Car insurance companies might see Ben as a higher risk and charge him more. A landlord trying to rent an apartment might ask Alex for 1 month's rent as a security deposit, but turn to Ben and demand 2, maybe even 3 months rent up front. It just adds up so fast.
So why? Why does the system work like this? It brings us to the core logic of the whole thing. The system values predictability way more than your paycheck.
And this is the key question, right? Ben makes the same money as Alex. He can clearly afford the payments. So why does his past behavior matter more to a lender than his current, stable income?
It's because the entire system is built on one thing: patterns. It's a really simple feedback loop. You borrow some money, you make your payments on time every single time. That creates a predictable, reliable pattern. The system sees that reliability, and your trust score, your credit score, goes up.
And that's really the bottom line. The American financial system rewards predictability above all else. It's not about being rich, it's about being reliable. To a lender, a long, boring history of consistent, on-time payments is way more valuable than a big, but maybe unpredictable, income.
So let's wrap this all up and look at the real, tangible price of this mistrust.
And this is the strange, deeply counterintuitive result of the whole system. Because of that bad credit tax, the higher interest rates, the bigger deposits, the more expensive insurance, life actually becomes more costly for the people who have the fewest resources to begin with. It literally costs more to be broke than it does to be financially stable. So just to recap, these hidden costs of bad credit are everywhere. We're talking higher interest on any loan you take out, bigger security deposits just to get an apartment, more expensive car insurance, and all of that together leads to fewer options and a whole lot more financial stress. It's a cycle that can be incredibly difficult to break out. And that leaves us with one final and really important question. If this whole financial system we live in runs on trust, how in the world do you earn that trust back once it's been lost? That is the challenge that millions of people are facing every single day. Thanks for watching.